unlike the Predator trailer, this was worth the wait. So finally, after all of this build up and hype, we have finally seen the first official trailer for Halloween 2018, and honest to god, this was so worth the wait, and I am so excited for this film. And this is coming from a guy who absolutely loves the Halloween franchise, or at the very least a handful of the Halloween films. Because let's face it, some of the sequels were absolutely god awful. But since this movie is coming from Blumhouse, I have a strong feeling in that this is going to be the definitive Halloween film. So clearly this film is going to take place 40 years after the events of the original Halloween film, and this is going to retcon each and every sequel from the Halloween franchise apart from the original, therefore making this film the definitive sequel. Which again, considering how some of the sequels became god awful, I'm actually glad that they're going with that route. And what we learn from the trailer is that Michael Myers was actually arrested shortly after getting shot 3 times. Which is a little weird given how in the end of the original it was alluded that Michael Myers was still out there and lurking. But you know what, I'm gonna let that one slide, and it does make sense on as to why Michael Myers was so quiet for 40 years. And it does appear that since Michael Myers has been in an insane asylum, it does appear that he is somewhat worshipped by other inmates. Which would make sense given Michael Myers' reputation. And we do see that some people are trying to investigate on as to why Michael Myers was on a rampage 40 years prior, but clearly he was keeping his silence the entire time. But also in this trailer we do get introduced to Karen Strode, who is in fact the granddaughter of Laurie Strode. And I have heard that she will play a huge part in this film. So I am pretty interested on where they're going to take this character and how she's going to be different from Laurie Strode, given how she doesn't believe in the boogeyman in the name of Michael Myers. But what I find rather interesting about this trailer is the fact that they do flat out say that Laurie Strode and Michael Myers aren't even relatives anymore, and that they completely retconned their sibling rivalry, to which I'm a little bummed out about, mainly because it gives them more of this rivalry, but at the same time this wasn't introduced until the second film, so it isn't that big of a loss. And speaking of Laurie Strode, it does seem like she could never really move on after the event of Halloween 40 years ago, but instead Laurie Strode is preparing herself for an eventual next encounter with Michael Myers, so that way she could gain closure and face her demon once and for all, which is something Laurie Strode would actually do. And speaking of the other inmates from the asylum, it does seem like maybe they could be in some sort of alliance with Michael Myers, given how pretty much all of the inmates have escaped. And maybe the inmates could be nothing more but followers for Michael Myers. And if this is the route they're going to take with this, then at the very least they're trying something new. Now what I absolutely love about this trailer as well as what we've seen so far is the fact that it has this perfect balance of both the classic era of Halloween as well as even some sprinkles of Rob Zombie's era. Because clearly you can see some grittiness within the film coming from Rob Zombie's Halloween, but at the same time it also has this classic and almost nostalgic feel from the original, which I think blends together really well. And when you see the new version of Michael Myers in this trailer, once again you can see that perfect blend of the two Halloweens in that yes, this is the classic Michael Myers, but when you look at the mask you can see that it is scruffy like from the Rob Zombie era. And like I said, I absolutely dig where they're going with this film, and it seems like they're pretty much picking out the best aspects from the Halloween films. But the thing that gets me the most about this trailer is the fact that they're actually bringing Michael Myers back into the boogeyman role, and that's just Michael Myers at his best. He isn't this misunderstood soul, he isn't just this child who's just cursed. Michael Myers is supposed to be the human embodiment of evil, and that's just what makes him so appealing to me. Because in the later films, Michael Myers was seen as nothing more but a joke, but in this, it does seem like they're bringing back the terror in Michael Myers. But in the end, this trailer had it all for me, and I love pretty much everything they're doing so far, as they're bringing Halloween back to its glory days. They're going back to basics, and they're turning Michael Myers into the boogeyman once again, which is something that everyone wanted. And like I said, I am incredibly excited to see this new Halloween film, and I honestly do have high hopes that this could be the definitive Halloween film that we've all been waiting for. So what did you think of the official trailer for Halloween 2018? Are you excited to see the film as I am, or do you think that it might crash and burn alongside the rest of the sequels? Comment below and share some thoughts. And as always, thank you guys for watching this video, please like and subscribe, take care and have a good one.